Hi there. For those of you who don't know me, which is probably all of you, my name is Trevor Muckup. I am an international student from PNG, and I am studying film and TV here in Brisbane, Australia. So it's day 15 of quarantine. Just woke up, had coffee for breakfast. Usually I look at the number of cases in Australia, which currently as it stands is 6,857. Yeah. But while I was on YouTube, I saw this.
If they're not in a position to be able to support themselves, then there is the alternative for them to return to their home countries, as it has been now for some while, and I know many visitors have, to make your way home.
I don't know how to feel about this. Trade, I guess. I think maybe I should go back home to PNG. Correct. Kim is a friend from uni. She went back to her home in Singapore before the lockdown happened. Lucky for her. Let me see if I can FaceTime her. Hopefully she picks up. Hey Kim, it's me, Trevor. Uh, I see you've been making some pretty interesting memes about Circuit Breaker recently.
Yeah, I have been in quarantine for like 14 days. But for me, I've been having fun. Most people think that I'll probably die from like isolation and stuff like that. But actually, I've been like catching up on like my anime and like making memes about Circuit Breaker. But other than that, I've been having quite a good time. How about you, Trevor?
So I decided to stay in Australia and finish my degree. Speaking of which, what made you decide to do film in Australia? I know you were working on your documentary about Mahjong before you left. How disappointing was it to leave it all behind?
It was a really hard decision to make, but I had to consider like the possibility of like the film getting cancelled and like us not being able to film and stuff like that. So after counting for all these like possibilities, I thought the best option was to back out. It was really like 7 months of development and just like everything like thrown away. I felt that I would be like abandoning the team and everything, and it was a really hard decision to make. But I think it was a good decision that I came back cause like I'm with my family, so I feel safe. Yeah, I think coming home was like the best decision that I could make.
All right, so that's the end of my video diary today. Signing off now. Gotta catch up on uni work and think about what I'm doing with my life. Day 16 of quarantine. Woke up around 11. Made some good old Maggie noodles. My mom used to make it for me when I was a kid, so that was nice. Back at home in PNG, there's only 8 cases, so hopefully flights start operating soon. A mutual friend introduced me to Janet, who decided to stay back here in Australia. She's a nurse. She's from Hong Kong, and yeah, she works in the front lines during this terrible pandemic. I don't think I'm the only one who feels this way about Scott Morrison, so hopefully she responds. Hi, Janet. It's Trevor. Could you please tell me a bit about yourself?
Oh, sure, sure. So my name is Janet. I'm a nurse, a registered nurse working in a clinic. It's a clinic in Woodbridge area, like in Logan.
And how long have you been in Brisbane?
It has been 5 years.
Do you think Brisbane is your home?
I still think Brisbane is not my home. A home is just where my family, my friends are, and my memories. And life here is good, but it doesn't really fit into my criteria of home.
Why did you decide to stay in Brisbane during the pandemic?
The reason why I stayed back after pandemic is that I don't think the pandemic will be finishing. And currently the whole country is quite locked down. So once I leave the country, unless the pandemic is gone, or else I don't think I can come back to the country.
Scott Morrison stated that temporary visa holders should go back, especially those who are unable to support themselves. What did you think about his message?
Which can be true because imagine if you're sick at the moment and you're not on public benefit system, then you probably will be struggling a lot.
Did you ever regret staying back?
Yes, I was like, oh, if it was COVID-19 that I've got, oh, I really want to see my family if it gets so serious. So at that time, I really thought about going back.
PNG will always be my home, but Australia will always have a special place in my heart. But after that Scott Morrison speech, I, I really don't know. This is day 17 of quarantine. No breakfast today. Didn't feel like it. And the total number of worldwide cases has gone almost past 4 million. I recently had a conversation with Juan, who's a Colombian, and he's been living here for 7.5 years, which is almost as long as me. He works here on a student visa, but since the coronavirus pandemic, he's been living with his girlfriend's family and struggling with the limited hours of work, and he's also unable to go home. But there's something with Juan that he said that resonated with me.
During that time, I had the opportunity to meet amazing people. We are like family. We always spend special days together, like Christmas, New Year, birthday of all of us. A lot of them are employees from companies. They're being pretty affected economically by this virus, and at some point, also let's say emotionally, because it's hard to stay home, and they try to do exercise, try to keep their mind busy, but it's still hard. They've been for a month like that. The president say they have to be like that till the 11th of May. So it's been quite a long time. No one can go out. It's a total lockdown. They're all pretty strong on their idea to stay here because they like living in Australia. Even if we're all internationals, but they don't consider the option of going back. It's been 5 years since I haven't gone to Colombia, and 2 years not seeing my parents. So almost 3 years. So hope to see them at the end of this year.
It was nice chatting with Juan, someone who also feels that the government has neglected people like us. But I'm gonna go chat with my mom now. Just want to know how she feels about me staying here. Hopefully, talking to her helps me decide whether I should go back home in June. And three, oh well, okay, it's already recording. Never mind.
Yeah.
Hey, mom, how are you doing?
Hey, Trevsy, I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Good to know. Do you think I should have come back when I had the chance?
We didn't have enough information. Well, at least I didn't have enough information. At that time, I didn't think that it was going to, this COVID-19 would shut the world down. And because if you come back, you will be going for 14 days quarantine. And then you come back here to PNG, you go 14 days. Well, first of all, you can't afford the hotel. You'll probably be paying almost 10,000. That's money that you need for your fees down here.
Do you think I made the right choice in staying back?
I mean, if you had come back home to PNG, you know, 8 million people, we only had 8 cases, and all of them turned negative. You being on your own has been a worry for me. I mean, no one being there. You know, what if you had got sick? No one would have been there to take care of you, and that's been a worry. And I've been praying like fervently. I've been praying so hard, and I'm thankful to God that you're safe.
Well, Mom, I think that's it. I think we can do it. All right. Well done, Mom.
Okay.
Good on you.
All right.
Yo,
Well,
take
thank
care.
you. Glad to have been of assistance to you. Have a nice
I'm
day. I
gonna call
love
you
you.
back. Just okay. All right. I'm gonna just all right. I'll talk to you later, mom. Chatting with my mom was nice as well, as always. Australia is my home, no matter what the government's views are. And now I've realized that I am far from home, yet also I am home.
In lockdown situations, I think it highlights the essential aspects of teaching. Can't think of anything more essential than teaching our youth.